I'm a southern girl, home of the burning church. Don't know much about the world. Home of the pocket stones. Home of the Buddha songs. Home of the.
Here with the astounding director and choreographer of 777 Dance Studios, located in Atlanta. No, not Atlanta. I'm sorry. That was just not right. In
It's
Georgia.
okay. It's Atlanta if you don't know Georgia. So it's Snellville. We're Metro Atlanta. It's
Metro
okay.
Atlanta. Okay, Miss
Yeah,
Tamara
yeah,
Whitehead. So
yeah.
Tamara has over 25 years of experience in jazz, tap, ballet, lyrical, and hip hop dance. Although
Yeah.
Tamara has worked with numerous dance studios before cultivating her own, she has run 777 successfully since year 2002. Is
Yeah, since
that
I was
correct?
with my baby.
So
Yeah.
this is your anniversary.
My
Congratulations.
anniversary. Actually, 2 days ago, I was fired from my job
Oh my
this time
gosh.
20 years ago, which pushed me out to start my own studio.
Congratulations, girl. Whoop,
Thank you.
whoop.
Whoop, whoop, she fired me. She fired me.
Hey, sometimes that's what you need. Again, God said, I will take you forward if you take the first step. So
That's
he
it.
had to push you.
Yes, he had to push me because I wanted to stay there. I actually asked I was artistic director over another dance studio here in Atlanta. And I all my classes were waitlisted. I was one of the most popular teacher. And I was like, okay, well, I've been here 5 years. Can I be a partner? And she said no.
Wow.
And I said, but I only want like 10 to 20%. She said, no. So I said, well, this is my notice, unfortunately. And I didn't expect for you to say no. And I went to, to teach the class that was next. And she walked in the class so she could embarrass me. And she fired me in front of everyone.
Wow.
And even though I gave my notice, she made sure to embarrass me and fire me in front of all the customers.
Look at you now.
Girl.
Look at God.
Look at God.
Okay.
Yes.
So, can you tell our viewers just a little background? Okay, we know that well, you didn't get fired, you got promoted.
I love it. Yes.
You got promoted. So we're just going to take that out of the vocabulary and start fresh. Tell people who you are and about
Yes.
your promotion, girl.
So I'm Tamara, like Camera. Tamara, I am from Brooklyn. I come from immigrant parents that are amazing. My dad is from Haiti. My mom is from Curacao. I'm putting on a production. 777 Dance Studio is my studio. We're putting on The Wiz, our version of The Wiz. So we added another witch. We call her Batty Pearl, and she's the stepsister from Decatur that that wants to be a witch. And we have over 292 kids dancing.
Wow.
The Wiz, and we have 14 actors that can sing, and just it's been a pleasure just to put it on, and especially navigating it through a pandemic, like doing it safely. And my community of kids, parents, aunts, uncles, grandparents, we all agree if your dancer is sick, keep them home. Do temperature checks. If the temperature is too high, it's okay. We won't hold it against you today. Go home. So it's been that kind of production where we've been thriving because we all agree as a community to, take care of each other.
You covered like two things that I did want to ask because I watched the videos from your performance over the weekend or just you practicing. And I'm like, gosh, she's got a lot of children, but they're not just doing basic dances. They're doing so many different things, even abstract. So how long did it take to prepare? And do you, for this is a separate question and it's just for kids who can't quite get it. What do you do with those kids? So answer the first question.
So, well, for to prepare, we actually tell them that they're doing the Wiz as soon as they register with us in August. So I love giving dancers, especially girls, a goal because it keeps them busy. and keeps them focused.
Right.
So it's made for all levels. So our advanced levels, of course, we made them the tornadoes because their pirouettes are phenomenal. So it's breathtaking. Whereas I can make my beginner dancer a crow dancing to You Can't Win. And we know that's Michael. Like who
Right.
can't to Michael? So it still hits your heart, and you know that I can still do my movement, and even though it's simple, but I'm still part of this production. So everyone has their place.
So you don't cut children, like?
Oh no. I don't cut from musicals. No, from dance competition. Yes, we cut those kids every day. But there's a community level, and then there's a competitive level. Mm-hmm. So our competitive level of dancers, we don't start cutting them until they're 10. So if they're 10 and under, we will work with them until our hair falls out. And we will make it to competition. But if it's over 10, we're going to do cuts just to show that they need to work on things and how to take accountability, how to stretch every day. And I always tell my dancers, you can't fake technique.
Right.
You can't fake it. You can't fake a pirouette. You can't just get up one day and do 3 pirouettes.
That's right.
It's training that comes with it. So we're doing 6 and 7 pirouettes and you're not practicing, we can tell in class.
That's right. I mean, like the truth will come out when you're all together, and you have a huge ensemble, so there's no way that somebody can hide in that.
No, so, I know everyone's name.
Wow, that's impressive because I mess up people's name every day. I'm like, oh, did I say that right? Okay.
I always tell my parents, don't be upset that I don't know your name. Just be happy I know your dancer's name. So I know every dancer's name. Literally, I do the check-in when they come in, and I know each car, I know each dancer. And the parents are like, this moves so fast because you know the dancers. Yes, let's go.
So let me ask you something. You have a very popular dance studio, but you didn't want to take it on TV. You wanted to keep it local.
So we were offered to go the TV route, but I want creative control.
Facts.
And I do know that I can do that. So we're actually in the process of recording our docuseries this year for our 20th, which I'm excited about. And it's just because we'll get to control it. And I think the narrative that is not shown in the community that I live in, 90% of my kids have mom and dad households.
Wow.
And when I talk to my other friends, they're like, no, they don't. I'm like, yeah, like I'm not the norm. A single mom, I'm not the norm.
That's right.
A mom and dad household is the norm in my community. In my dance studio, my dads, they know they don't have boys, so they still tailgate at the competition. They still tailgate at the show. They cook for the girls, So I wanted to show a different narrative. I want to show that there's more than just Debbie Allen out there. And Alvin Hill. I want to show that there are girls and boys that are working hard to be placed in this entertainment industry, and they have great training.
Okay, and that was another question. That was one of my questions. Mm-hmm. What's the culture, and do you take boys?
I do. I have boys, and my boys are phenomenal. Let's say not my current, but one of my boys, he's actually Beyonce's choreographer.
Wow.
And he created the Single Ladies Dance, which I am so proud of. One of my current boys that just graduated probably 2 years ago, he's Bia's choreographer. And he's killing it. So my boys know that you're going to be a boy. That's your role on the stage. You need muscles. I need you doing push-ups because I need you to pick up these girls and I need you not to drop them.
That's right.
So I don't care what your choice is outside of this, but your role on this stage is to pick up these girls.
That part. Okay. And
don't know it. Yeah, they know it hands down. They know it. So I have boys, and I have boys of every age range. Now I have Asian boys, I have Spanish boys, I have chocolate boys, and I love it. And I even have our creamy boys. I was telling his mother, I was like, I don't know, he may have a girlfriend soon. So but he's he's all boy, and they love to dance, and they love that we give them that respect as the boys, and the boys that are growing into men in our studio.
That's right, because that's their creativity. So that leads me into my next question. Like, what's the top things you teach children in the categories of self-love, empowerment, and self-esteem?
Well, first is integrity. You have to be about your word.
That's right.
And that goes down even to doing a push-up. If I tell you to do 25 push-ups and you do 19, you just lied to yourself.
That's right. Don't do that.
And when I tell girls that, they look at me like, oh. I'm like, so why do you want me to trust you when you can't even trust yourself? After that, I have no problems with give me 10 crunches or give me 10 sit-ups. I can have my hat low watching from the side, and I'll be counting it, and I can know that they're doing all their crunches. I'll turn around and say, give me what you owe me. They'll give me 2 or 3 that they owe me, knowing that they didn't finish it. So it's about integrity first. And I think if we get kids first to trust us and to know that our intentions for them are to see greatness out of them, then they will give us all they have. And I believe that's what's gotten me to where I am today and kept all the dancers that I have today coming through our doors.
Oh, your dancers are thriving. You didn't just keep them. They're thriving. Like they're like with Beyonce. That does not happen to common folk. Okay. So
thank you.
You're welcome. So what's the first thing you etch in their minds about show business?
It's about integrity, your word. Show business is going to be show business, and people make up their own rules, but you have to be able to govern yourself.
That's right.
So if you know that the call time is 8 o'clock, and yes, the person that hired you likes to come late, you still show up at 8 o'clock or 7:45 because you should be on time.
Okay,
it's not about the other people. It's about you and your integrity. Who are you? And you stay working because of it. And you'll see they always come back to me and say, Miss Tamara, you were so right. I'm like, yeah. And don't get involved with your account. I always tell them, I had a dancer dance with Lil Wayne. And I was like, listen, don't get involved with the account. I don't care how cute they think you are. I don't care if they ask you out on a date. You say no, thank you, and you keep it professional, and you will be the one to stay working.
Let me tell you, that part right there has saved me and my blog. Like you cannot mix the two, because it always like something's not going. You can't do business down the line.
No. And they won't respect you. They won't respect you, and that's female or male. They just won't respect you. So don't do the account. If it's an account, work it, and that's it. And be great at it so that they can keep on inviting you back or refer you to somebody else. Like when I danced for Mary, I didn't even audition. Literally, I just had someone say, hey, Tamara can do it. And she was like, oh, is she cool? She's cool. I came in, learned the choreography. I danced for another 6 years. So it was like, I didn't even audition, but they knew that my integrity of who I was as a person, I show up on time, I don't argue with you, I do the job, and I keep it moving.
You kick rocks, that part, okay?
Yeah.
Don't be friendly, because I'm gonna act like I don't know who you are in public. Okay.
Yes.
So now, okay, you have the Wiz coming up tomorrow because you had to flip it just because of the snowstorm. So for viewers that want to, or that's in that area, if they want to come out, cop tickets to catch the show, how should they go about doing that?
So they can, you can easily Google 777 Dance The Wiz, and it will come up for our ticket sales. We have a 2 p.m. show at the Gas South Theater, and then we have a 6 p.m. show. But if you're out of town, or if you're at home because you think it's an ice storm outside in Atlanta and it really isn't, you can see us on Eventbrite. We'll be live streaming our 6 p.m. show. And I saw the live stream from last week, and it was beautiful. I'm so proud of this production and so happy to see my 3-year-olds run on the stage and be lions. And it's just a feel-good production.
It really is. So that was the other thing, it had to take a lot of work did you have assistance? Like when I saw those kids doing the flips and just
Yes.
everything that they were doing, and it was very reminiscent to the original Wiz.
Yes.
And I know that you renamed The Witch, but it's still very much so reminiscent to the original score. So why was that important for you?
Because I love when generations can connect.
Mm-hmm.
I love when I see my dancers being driven up by their grandparents. That's a conversation. Grandma, I'm dancing to, what's your favorite song in The Wiz? Well, my favorite song is If I Could Feel. What? The 10 Girl song? And it sparks conversation, and it brings people back to their youth, or bring you back to a time that you've seen The Wiz.
That's right.
So I love that The Wiz connects generations, and that's why we did The Wiz.
Now, you have another production coming out. Give me 1 second, because I saw it on the page. What's your next production?
Oh, we're doing Evolution. That's I do Evolution every year for my seniors.
Mm-hmm.
This is a way for people to see what our competitive dancers do. A normal competition weekend is 4 days, with over 2,000 dances. We bring about 60 dances each competition weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So this show is for people to see just all of our dances at one time. They don't have to go to the competitions with us. So all of our dances, but we also pay homage to our graduating seniors. And our graduating seniors this year, they've been with me since they were 4 years old.
Oh, that's awesome.
So this is going to be a good one, especially watching them look at this old footage that I pulled out of the crates.
Oh, you're going to embarrass them. Okay, girl, I'm big on that too.
Yes, let me show you what you did when you didn't want to dance on that stage.
You didn't want to dance and were hard to train. So
exactly.
What is Southern Girl? Tell us about that.
Oh, Southern Girl. So I choreographed Southern Girl when I was pregnant with my daughter that is 19, and she's in The Wiz. She's the 10 Girl. And it's an Erykah Badu song that no one uses in the competition circuit. And it talks about us as Southern women and who we are. And we actually premiere this dance on Monday.
Wow.
Which I can't wait for it to be premiered. So what I also do with our dancers, I do concept videos with them to teach them, this is what you have to do when you're in a video shoot. So I literally hire a camera crew. We rent out a facility. We do clothing design. We do makeup, and it's a video shoot.
Right.
And we're there all day recording until it's right. And Southern Girl is our first concept that we're releasing on Monday. And this is my elite dancers. It's 9 of them, and they killed this number. And my daughter choreographed it.
That's
so it was a full circle moment for me, because I'm like, okay, I choreographed this first. But she's watched me choreograph it like 4 different times, 4 different ways since she's been a young girl. And she's like, Mom, for the video, I'm going to use some of your stuff, but can I choreograph? And I'm like, yeah, let's collab and let's do it together. So we collaborated, and it's amazing. It's amazing.
Are you going to video it? Like, how can will we be able to get that on YouTube? Where can we watch that?
Yeah, it will be on our YouTube channel, and we're going to debut it on our Instagram, our Facebook, but it's definitely going to be on our YouTube channel for sure.
Okay, I'm gonna tune in to that. Okay.
Yes.
So you did say something earlier. You said Debbie Allen is not the only one, and she is not, for sure.
She's not. No. It's nothing against Debbie. I love Debbie Allen. I send my kids there for the summers to go train. But it's important that we know that there's other dance studios out there doing well and training our dancers. And the dancers that make it to Debbie Allen, they came from somewhere.
Right. That's right.
They came from somewhere. Like when I send my dancers for the summer to Joffrey and to Body Traffic and to Debbie Allen, to Ailey, to Dance Theater of Harlem, those kids came there trained.
Right.
Now they're coming for the experience to get more experience, but we have to give homage to these schools that are really training these dancers to come up in this entertainment industry.
Right, preparing them. So why do you send them out to other studios?
Because I want them to be grateful for what they have.
Okay.
Well, true story. You know, the way we teach dance. A lot of kids will say, "Oh, you're so intense, and you're so all right." But when you go somewhere and dance, that's a level that is a professional level, and they tell you that you're amazing. Your teacher's we've done our jobs.
That's right.
Now, all of our dancers, I would say, whenever they go, anywhere they go, I always get called to come to the studio. Like, I need to meet your studio owner. Like, who's teaching you guys? Debbie Allen was like, I don't let anybody in rehearsal, but I need to meet you.
Wow.
And I said, well, what happened? She said, well, I cursed all the kids out and your kids just stood still. She said, so what you say to your kids? I said, oh yeah, I won't let them move. They can't move. If I'm fussing, let me fuss.
Right.
Because it's out of love. It's not because I got toast. Instead of getting a bagel, I got toast. No, I'm fussing because your feet weren't pointed. You are not giving me everything. And this is a professional thing here. So she let me sit in on rehearsal for them to prepare. And I was like, they were doing the Olympics, the Special Olympics. The kids were performing. And she let me sit in the rehearsal and watch rehearsal.
Oh, was she okay? So did you watch Fame growing up?
I did. Yes. Of course I watched Fame. Who didn't watch Fame? I wanted Leroy to be my boyfriend.
Listen, that part, okay. Where are they now? Where are they?
Right. Right.
So this is my last question because I know you're out somewhere in the car.
Okay. It's noisy inside the building. I told them I'm going to come out to the car.
Oh, okay. Do you have spring productions or traveling ensembles? Like, where do you go from there?
We do. So we do have a spring production. Our spring production is in May. Last year was my first time. If you go to my website or our YouTube, you'll see I did it like a little festival. I bought a stage, rented a stage, put a stage outside, did tables and chairs, and people were able to bring their own tables and chairs as well and bring your food. And we did a show. We invited all Black food truck vendors to line up for us and feed us. And we did it in our own parking lot.
Wow.
Yeah. And my dad's called it Tamchella.
I love it.
I love fireworks. I'm insane when it comes to fireworks. When I mean insane, I purchase fireworks probably 6 weeks out every week. So that I can have like 1 million fireworks going. But they called it Tamchella, and the kids loved it, and we had such a great time. And they want to do our shows like that from now on. So I'm thinking I'm gonna do it again this season. But competition wise, we are competing in like 6 competitions this season, and then we're going to Disney to do nationals. Because we are national champions. So we want to make sure we keep our title.
Okay.
So we're going to nationals this year again, but we're going to Orlando. We won our nationals in Texas 2 years ago. So this time it will be Orlando.
Actually, I have 2 questions, and one is geared towards the business sense of it, because you've been doing what you've been doing 20 years, like you're celebrating your 20-year anniversary. And you have other playwrights, you have other studios who's not even on the level that you're on. So what would be the first words of advice that you would give someone who's like not in your shoes, but wanting to take the arts to the next level? What would you have to say to them?
They must have a mentor. So I have dance teachers that have moved on to opening their own studios. And we still all talk. I still take their phone calls whenever they need it. I actually bought my one of my teachers his first sign in his building. I bought his decals on his wall. Like, you have to decal your wall. Like, when kids take pictures, you want to see your logo behind them.
That's right.
So get yourself a mentor. You have to have a mentor that has done it. I I have studios that I look up to and I follow, and I call them like, hey, how did you do that live stream? Because that was amazing.
Right. You're not afraid.
And yeah, don't be afraid to ask questions, because as a community, we should share.
Right.
There's enough kids out here, enough people in the world, that we can all have enough kids and be a successful business.
That's right.
So with that, I have 2 teachers now that are officially studio owners. Aww. And they're still my babies, and I still go to their performances. I buy tickets. I promote them on my page because it's necessary. So get a mentor, please. Don't do it by yourself, because you don't have to.
You don't have to, and sometimes you need other visions.
Yes.
Creativity.
Yes.
I mean, we all have a vision, but to make it extravagant,
Truly. And sometimes your family members don't understand that vision. They may think it's too extreme, whereas in another dance will be like, you're on the right path. Keep on going that way.
In order to gauge attention, it has to be something bold and beautiful, and dramatic. It just depends on what you're trying to do.
Depends on what you're trying to do, right?
Right. But it has to be something that people are wanting to see. So and I like that you said you have to have mentors. So everybody, get out and get your mentor. Okay,
get a mentor, please. No matter how old you are, get one.
Get one. Don't be embarrassed. I mean, we all have to have help, because it's going to take twice as long to get where you need to go without.
Yeah. So, yes.
My next and final question is, where can everybody follow you?
We have a website. So the word triple, the number 7 dance.com. You can also find us on Facebook, 777 Dance Company. And then on Instagram, we're 777 Dance Studio _.
Okay.
I'm a Southern girl, home of the burning church. Don't know much about the world. Home of the pocket stones. Home of the Buddha songs. Home of the